Hello, everybody. I hope you're all very well. I've had an absolutely fantastic week. It's been extremely peaceful. I've been hunter-gathering treasures in the flea market, and I have found some absolutely life-changing bling treasure. Score! Well, life-changing for me anyway. So get a cup of tea. I've already got a cup of tea. It's half finished. In fact, I think it's all finished. It's a beautiful day outside in England. Our kid's in her crab bed. It's all very quiet. It's just a little bit of drilling. We've got another Prime Minister. I mean, the worse it gets, the calmer I feel. There you go. I don't know. So while the sun's shining and I've got cash enough to go treasure hunting, I will. Here we go. Cheers. I'm sure you're all aware we've got another Prime Minister. Do you know what? I think I'll have a go. I'm going to have a go next week. No, I think I'll do it for Christmas. I'm going to declare myself Prime Minister for Christmas. There'll be no tax on mince pies. All the cats get presents. And electricity for everybody. That's my pledge to the country. I'm going to keep the lights on for Christmas. My God. Right then, I've got such an eclectic collection, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to show you first. I've got Bunty Titsmiggy ready to display the jewellery. I've made a space to show you some vases that I've found, which are just, oh, fantastic. I've got the clamshells that I found the week before last, or was it last week, that I went back for and weren't there, and then went back the week after, and they were mysteriously back in the window. Score. I'm going to put everything I showed you in there and just keep shoving it all back. So let's get started. Oh my God, look what I found. I can't believe it. I saw the big one, first of all, and I did not think twice. I absolutely love Mexican pottery. I think this is classed as tonala. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, and I just picked it up and I thought, oh my God, I'm the luckiest woman alive. Look what I've just found. I think it was £3. I can't remember. And then I walked around the shelves. It was sort of like an island pyramid of shelves. And on the opposite side were these three all sat together. Oh my God. My knees went underneath me. I just think it's amazing. It reminds me of me, that's me, with our kid, Begonia Coconut. Oh my God, I love it. I'm a bit obsessed with Mexico, to be honest. I've been planning in my mind to emigrate there, to move there. Oh, it's a dream, obviously. It was when I was living in Madrid before I came back to England because of Brexit. I met lots of Mexican people, and there was a lovely Mexican couple that lived beneath me in my flat. And oh God, they were so friendly and so amazing. And every time I met a Mexican person in the street or in a shop or in a cafe or a restaurant, we'd just chat, and it was like we knew each other. There was something in the rhythm of the language that really sort of connected us. I think I don't really have a defined accent. It's a complete mix accent because I've lived in so many different places. But we just sort of had the same outlook and the same sort of soul, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously not every single person, but there was just like a general connection. I loved them, and I thought, my God, right, okay, back to England, get a place to have as a safety net, buy a house, then off to Mexico you go, lady. Brexit, COVID, kitty cat. I'm here now. And I'm convinced that Begonia Coconut, my cat, is Mexican. I'm sure she missed her ship back to Mexico, but that's another story. So yeah, I bought these, and I think the whole collection was £7, and I am in love with them. Absolutely fantastic. So I don't bump them or chip them because I think they mint. They look mint. They look like someone bought them, brought them back from Mexico, and then just kept them wrapped up in the cupboard, like I'm gonna do. Like what I'm going to do to take care of them. And then I'm going to find a place to display them properly. I need some display cabinets, seriously. It's all getting stuffed in drawers and cupboards and in storage boxes. And I want to see it. I want it all out. So I'm going to very gently move those back a bit. There we go. You just sit there very carefully. I've been breaking so many things lately. I'm absolutely paranoid. But I think what I've seen on Etsy and eBay and other websites, I think this one goes for £50, between 30 and 50, and each of the smaller ones go for about 20 to 30 each. So what's that? Let's say lowest possible price 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So between sort of 70 to 90 for the whole set. Not for sale. Next, this was in another charity shop, but over the water on the far side, or as some people call it, the dark side, on the Wirral. I was in a charity shop and I found an amazing tapestry carpet handbag. I mean, I saw it on the way out. I'd already bought something, and then I spotted this on the shelf in the corner, and honestly, you hardly ever find these anymore. You'd never normally just see them hanging around the shelves in the wild in the charity shops, only ever on Etsy for quite a lot of money. So I'm thrilled with that. It's a gorgeous sort of autumnal orange and like a mossy green colour. What did I pay? Oh, look at that. £4, and it's really, really clean. This just needs a bit of a wipe, bit of a clean up, a little bit of a wash, but it's a proper like dolly handbag in amazing condition. Very clean inside. See that it's got the tapestry effect. Thrilled with that. I like this little chain detail. I'm just going to take the tag off. So that's very cool. That's the second amazing handbag score I've had. Do you remember the shell bag? Oh, that's on my dressing table. I still can't get over that. I just look at it and when I walk past it and go, love you. Right, okay, what's next? Right, I'm going to jump around. So pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I'm going from the charity shops in a different city to the flea market. Now, I know a lot of the traders now and they know what I'm after. I'm not really interested in high quality silver and gold. It's just not my bag. I like the cheap and cheerful, weird, ugly, vulgar, vintage oddities. And there are a lot of them working in the flea market. Sorry. No, I love them. I love them. I love them. But I saw one of my regular traders, can't speak, and on Wednesday, and I said, "Oh, what have you got in the cabinet?" And he said, "It's not for sale." Because he knew I'd spotted it from 100 yards with my eyes closed and one arm behind my back. He had a marbled Bakelite swallow brooch with a brass back. It was huge, and it was in the glass cabinet. And I said, "Oh, how much is it?" He said, "It's not for sale. I don't know anything about it. I'm not selling it." So I've got to find out. And I said, "Right, look, shall I take a picture of it and try and find out for you? And then I'll tell you next week." And he was like, "Yeah, definitely." So I took a picture. He'd had another woman come by say that they thought it was lucite, but I was convinced it was Bakelite. But I wasn't sure of myself enough to insist that I was right and she was wrong. And I could still be wrong and she could still be right. But I think it's Bakelite. She thought it was lucite. And I think it is maybe very late 20s, very late, possibly 30s, Bakelite brooch, a swallow, and it's quite Art Deco, isn't it? So he wouldn't sell it, which is absolutely fair enough. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't buy it because it's not really my bag. However, I did say, how much is this necklace before I unravel it all? And he said, oh, this is all new stuff. You haven't seen it. If you can unravel that ball, you can have it all for £1. I said, sold. Because there was a lot of tat in there, and it was like a little knotted ball of chain, and I mean, just exactly what I like, all tat. And so I bought that. That was exciting because my other trader friend, didn't have any jewellery bags, so I didn't have anything to sit and unravel for hours, into the wee hours of the morning. So what was in that knot was this lot, and it was this that I had my eye on. It's this that I wanted. I think this is a vintage Empire State Building, New York, with a diamante amethyst. Would you say that is? It's quite light for amethyst, but it's obviously fake. But it's got a very 1970s brutalist texture, and I love souvenir art and souvenir trinkets and knickknacks. It's got nothing on the back, plain. But I think this is a souvenir from the Empire State Building. Love it. So I'll put that on Bunty. There she goes. Very nice, beautiful. Isn't that cool? What else? This little thing, probably from the same era. Just a decorative little blue heart cabochon in a little. It's that I just recently found out the name of that metal after all these years. Is it eluxolol? Eluxol? Hang on, wait a minute. I'm just going to Google. Hang on. Eluxol, and it's that vintage sort of 1960s, 70s aluminium metal that feels like sort of a plastic metal. It's called Eluxol. I had no idea there was a name for it. So there's those two. This one, it's a vintage 1970s or possibly 60s brutalist bark textured. Now, is it called the Triple Cross or the Trinity Cross or the Three Crosses perhaps? And it's stamped on the back. The maker is John Wilcox Giovanni. I googled them, and they are famous for making religious jewellery. So there we go, Triple Cross. Sorry if that's not right. Three crosses. So those three were the only three that I was really excited about. I loved that vintage late 60s, 70s brutalist texture, and that design just absolutely, oh, it feeds my soul with honey. I love it. Other bits and pieces. This is quite a handy little vintage chain that I can put some charms or another pendant on. There was another bit of chain. This a vintage, I think it's silver, little locket. There's nothing exciting inside, there's no picture. Another one, just like a little vintage novelty necklace with a brown cabochon chain. I think this is 5 minutes old. And another chain from the knot. So I was thrilled with that. Those three and those two in particular. A jump away from the flea market. This was from a charity shop. This was £2, and it's a lovely vintage 1970s. Again, it's that lovely gold tone textured brutalist metal. Eluxol. Anyway, just Google aluminium vintage jewellery and it'll come up. So they've got little diamante eyes and little shared diamante wings, and it's a lariat. So you put it on over your head and then shorten it or lengthen it by pulling the owls up and down, which I'm sure they'll enjoy. So I'll put that on Bunty. And more of the same theme from a different charity shop, but another sort of talisman. And it's Tibetan. Oh, hello. Oh, you like this one? Hi, darling. Hello. What do you need? It's a good luck charm for fortune and good health and wealth. Hello. Oh, you like this one? You are feeling sleepy. Very, very sleepy. You will not bite. You will be kind. I don't think the charm is going to be that powerful, to be honest. I'll just tell you now, her nickname is Bitey McBiteface because I found her in a garden centre. She was a stray. No one had a clue where she came from, and it turned out eventually that she had already been neutered when I took her to get neutered. So I think possibly she was in a home, she had a home, but she does have this little sort of quirk. You could call it a quirk for sort of biting like that, and it's absolutely no malice involved in it whatsoever. And I heard on a YouTube channel just recently why she might do it, and it's called only kitten syndrome, as in only child syndrome, because they're not taught that biting is bad by other kittens. So, you know, when they're in a litter, they bite each other and then the other one bites back. And everyone understands that it's not a very pleasant experience, so they don't do it again. However, if she was lost or abandoned as a tiny little kitten, which I think would explain a lot, she would never have learnt that. So here we are. Or here I am, the pincushion. But I honestly absolutely don't mind because she is my world and she's looking at me now and I'm getting the feeling that it's lunchtime. Back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. She's having her lunch and so there we are, this beautiful charm. I do believe it is vintage and it says Talli, Tally, and I believe it is one of the most powerful good luck charms in Tibetan folklore. So I'm thrilled to have this. Please work your magic. Do what you need to do. Oh, I wonder if it could protect us all from the Conservative Party. Come on, Tally. Tally, please. Please. Gosh, we've got some powerful talismans going on here. 3 crosses, the power of the Empire State Building, power of love, the wisdom of owls, and the good luck and protection of Tally. Come on. And back to the jewellery haul. This was from a charity shop. This is gorgeous classic 1980s design, and this one is actually stamped by Richelieu. 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 Yeah. Hi. Is that nice? Oh, this suits you, darling. Do you like this one? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think this is you. Very nice. While you're here, Begonia, on the subject of Mexico, I got you something very special. Begonia, I got you a hat. Oh, hang on. Begonia. Begonia. Hello, darling. Hello. Look how perfect it is. Obviously, I'm not going to put it on her head, and I wouldn't even get the chance to put it on her head. She would have none of that, and I wouldn't even try. And if only this was my size, I'd wear it every day and every night to everywhere I went. I absolutely love it. Oh, Mexico. I think these are 1960s, I would say 70s, but they're sort of more of a 60s length. And I absolutely live for orange. They're absolutely gorgeous. They suit you, darling. Put them in the shell. What else? Oh yeah, got a huge, a mega statement, thunderous faux pearl necklace. What do you think, Bags? Do you like this one? It's very, very long. Charity shop. Let me see. $1.99. That would be a very effective weapon. What else do you want? Do you like the bracelet? Beautiful bracelet. This was £3 in a charity shop. This is Trafari. There we go. And this one I spotted again from the doorway of a charity shop. It was in the dark, in the corner, in a glass cabinet, underneath a pile of books. Sarah Coventry bracelet. And the reason I knew it was Sarah Coventry is because I've got the pendant. So now I've got a set. Thrilled. How much was that? £2. I thought that said Elizabeth Arden. What love? I don't know what she wants. What do you need? You've got new litter. You've just had a double lunch. You've been outside in the garden. What do you need, love? Do you want to play? Shall we play for a while? Shall we play for a little while? Okay. Sorry, everybody. Back in a minute. It's begonia fun time. Okay, I'm back. She just wanted me to sit with her while she ate her lunch. Sometimes she likes me to sit next to her, so she's finished now. She's all happy. She's looking out the French doors. Yeah, so this one, I thought it said Elizabeth Arden, which would have been fantastic. That would have gone in my vintage perfume collection, but it's a Sarah Coventry. So that's almost better because I've got a very rapidly growing Sarah Coventry collection. Sweet. I do love a charm bracelet. Here we go. This I bought because if something is like gold, like extra gold, super gold, it's normally quite interesting. Not that it's actual gold, you know, the metal, but just the colour of often is from the colour is often quality. Or a designer or from a company. And this one I bought because it says, it's never going to focus on anything this small on my camera phone, but it says, is that better? But it has stamped on it in tiny writing on this bronze Milan, Italy. There we go. It says bronze Milo, Italy. Bronze Milo, Italy. And I have Googled it. But it doesn't matter because Begonia loves it. See? Okay, brooch fans, brace yourself. You might want to hold on to the chair arms. You what? Yee-haw. Yippee-yay! I know for a fact, well, not for a fact, but I know for sure in my soul, in my heart, that these all came from the same lady. She's clearly a country and western fan. Country and western boot, notes, stars, and gun all came from the same cabinet on the same shelf. They were £1 each, and she's obviously a line dancing dream girl. It's fabulous. I absolutely love her. I know. I just know I love her. The kitty cat face was in the shop next door. That I think was also £1. And I mean, I think that's vintage, and it's just absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can see, but it sort of flashes blue. Can you see? It has a sort of blue aurora borealis flash. Definitely vintage. Has some wear on the whiskers, but don't we all? Um, the revolver I saw online, and there was one listed in Italy, and they were asking £28. Crikey! So that's obviously something important. It does feel different. It is vintage, and it does have a very large crystal in the middle. It sparkles and it feels slightly different to the ones that the sort of the ones you can buy on Amazon, which are modern. And this one I got in a shop down the road from there, and it's a modern, I think. Yeah, it's not signed, but it's a really nice modern costume palm tree. This collection basically represents my entire existence. Not that I go around shooting people or want to, not at all. In fact, the opposite. But I had a country and western act for a while as a singer, and I obviously live and breathe for cats. I live and breathe for palm trees. If I can find a palm tree wallpaper, I'll buy it and I'll stick it on the wall. It's not a surface in this house that hasn't got a palm tree on it or near it. And obviously I love bright, sparkly, shiny, spangly things. And there we go. Yeah, it just represents my entire world. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, I think probably from the same woman was this. I bought this. I think this is a sort of modern style or modernist kilt brooch for a lady, but sort of decorative one, not a functional one to keep your kilt closed in the wind on the Highlands, but it's sort of like a dress kilt pin, and it's got a really beautiful cobalt blue stone in the middle with a star design. So that's that. And also a little vintage, I think vintage, poodle. Another one in the same cabinet as the brooches was this vintage diamante and faux pearl bracelet. This is by Jewelcraft. So I think 50s, but absolutely in mint condition. I mean, I think this woman just bought stuff and looked after it so well. I think everything went in the drawer. I think I am this woman. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, this has got a really shiny, sparkly blue aurora borealis rhinestone in it, and it's just mint. It's mint condition. I don't think she ever wore it. That was also £1. Two of the brooches, but not from that same collection. I don't think these are from that lady. This is a vintage miracle flower brooch. I love this one. That was £2. And this is a silver fairy brooch, and that was £3. I think that is a 925 silver. It has an indistinguishable stamp, but just there, look. But there are lots on eBay, and they all say that they're sterling silver, and it's an Art Nouveau fairy with wings. In the nud. Now then, if you see my other videos, you'll know the story behind this. I bought this a few years ago for my birthday from an antique centre. It was £6, and it's a complete identical copy of a designer piece by Pauline Rudner. It is not by her, it's a copy, but it's a darn good one. It's not stamped. And I absolutely love it. I wear it occasionally, but not a lot. And for some reason, I decided to put it on the day I went to the charity shops for a bit of a treasure hunt. And I don't know, maybe it brought me good luck, or maybe it was just, you know, a sign. But wait till you see what I found. And honestly, I had no idea when I saw it what it was. I've only just found out by Googling it when I got home. Are you ready? Oh my God. I mean, what? You couldn't make it up. It's actual magic. It really is. It's true, actual magic. It's a Mexican magic. I just can't even begin to tell you. I saw this in a cabinet, And I was chatting away to the lady who works there because we both adore cats, and her husband adores cats. And as I was chatting away, I saw this in the cabinet, and I thought, I can't leave the shop without buying something. It would be rude. And I thought, oh, maybe it's from Topshop. It's just like a big statement cuff from Topshop or H&M, you know, that kind of thing. So I bought it. It was £1.50. And as I picked it up, I went, look at this. And I held it up to my necklace. And we all went, oh my God, it matches. It's perfect. That's unbelievable. What a stroke of luck. And I just was thrilled to bits with my bracelet. Got home, kept thinking about my lovely bracelet when I was sitting at home. Hadn't thought about it all day since I bought it. And did a little bit of Google. Oh my God. This is why I go out treasure hunting. It just takes you on the most incredible journey around the world when you're trapped by your government and you're not allowed to leave the house or the city or the country because of whatever they say. Brexit. So through my little treasure hunting, I can go wherever I want to go. And it just so happens that it's Mexico. Oh, look at it. This, I believe, is by an artist, a Mexican artist, called Luciano Bustamante. And I'm absolutely profoundly sorry at that pronunciation. I know that's not going to be anything close to how you say it. Forgive me. But Luciano, I think, is his known name. He goes by just the one name, Luciano. And you can barely see it. That, I didn't see it in the shop. And I didn't even see it until I scoured it. That is a part of the word Mexico. So definitely hecho in Mexico, made in Mexico. And I just love the brutalist, organic, sort of surreal design. I believe it's from the 70s and part of the brutalist art movement in Mexico, which was extremely prolific in the 70s. And this obviously is a flower. I think it's copper and brass. I've had a good look at this stone. I'm not sure, but I'm just, because I've found that amazing obsidian face mask, I've looked at it and it does have sort of rivers of gold inside. So I'm wondering if this is actually a piece of obsidian or maybe it's black onyx. I don't know. If you know anything about this artist, this stone or this bracelet, please let me know. I've looked at all the Etsy listings and none of them, they're not all consistent with each other, so I couldn't say anything for definite. But oh my God, I'm just completely obsessed with it. Somehow, all my roads are leading to Mexico. It's going to take a long time to get there. Whatever time I've got left, it's going to take to get there, but I will get there. Okay, that's the end of my jewellery haul and associated items. But last week, it was so amazing. It was like there was some sort of cosmic joy being sprinkled around my week. And I found so many amazing things that I really, really love. Completely eclectic, not connected in a theme or a style whatsoever. So I'm just going to show you them all. Firstly, I'm going to start with this. It's a yoga cat. Clearly a tabby. It's got stripes. And that's quite good as well. That's how I would do yoga if I did yoga. I'm not the kind of person suited to yoga. Too much breathing for me. But I've got lots of friends who love yoga and I love them. So this might go to one of them. Yoga cat. No one's getting this. I'm keeping this. It's all me. It's one of those magnetic little trinket dishes. Diamante Flamingo, clearly. I don't know who the maker is, but I saw some on eBay, all sold. And I think it goes for like over 50 or 60 pounds. I think it's a collector's trinket dish. And all the diamantes are there. But of course, it is not for sale, it is for me. Some absolute legend has literally carved this wooden bracelet with a wetland scene of ducks and reeds and water and then painted it. I don't believe this is actually made, in the factory like this. I think someone has created this piece of art. What an absolute joy. And it was 50p. Who would not buy that for 50p? I certainly couldn't leave it. Isn't that amazing? Is it called pyrography? Where you sort of burn into the wood and create a little picture. Absolutely amazing. Look at these two. Something's going on. Look at his face. Absolutely amazing work. Well done, whoever did that. Flea market, 50p. Little vintage stopper. It's a spare. That'll come in handy at some point, I promise you. Weird little fused art glass trinket dish. Jellyfish, starfish, fish. Is there a little did I see an octopus somewhere? No, I don't think so. But I thought this might be signed, and I don't know if it's mass produced or if it's a little art piece. But it's cute. Look, isn't that nice? No little boho trinket dish is safe when I'm in the building. This was £1. A filthy little lizard. I can't tell you how dirty it is. I don't even really want to touch it. But it's perfect. It just needs a good scrub. It's a little vintage lizard gecko on a piece of driftwood. And I love him. Can't wait to clean him. Little set of coloured dominoes. Cute. Used to play with my nana. I've forgotten how to play, but the reason I bought these is because the instructions are on the back. Unbelievable find. It's one of these, look. A vintage brass and glass little curio cabinet. I used to have one when I was little. My nana got me one for Christmas, and I absolutely loved it. She really knew what presents I would just love and play with all the time, my nana. And I used to spend hours just lifting up the little handle, putting little things in, closing the handle, looking at it, and then lifting the little handle and opening the door and taking them out again. I'm having a bit of an epiphany. Can you hear me, Nana? I think you can safely say I haven't changed at all. Oh my God. Oh, I'm having a moment. I didn't realise. Oh, I mean, I sort of realised. I sort of knew, but it's all coming rushing towards me at quite high speed. Born this way, born this way. Oh my God. Okay, get it. Let's compose ourselves. I'm just going to take a moment. Hang on, back in a minute. Back, I'm back. I'm good. I'm all good. Oh God, I feel very warm inside. Right. So the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I can't even explain to you how much it makes me happy, because I love symmetry and I love a set of things. I tend to buy sets and then break one part of it and then hate myself. But a few months, maybe it was a couple of years ago, it was right in the middle of the deepest, darkest sets of lockdowns. There's a sets of lockdowns. We got like a week or two's reprieve where we could all rush out and buy stuff. So all the charity shops took advantage of it, and I just took advantage too. I bought everything I could see. And I found a set of amber vintage French, I think they're French. I think so. Yeah. Storage jars, but it was a set of 7, which is not a set, is it? 6 is a set. 8 is the best set. 8 is better than 12, but 7's not a set. 7 will always be one got broke, and that's normally what I do, is break one. But I did find a single green one that was different enough to make it look intentional. It sort of enhanced the 7. And the thought of actually finding another one to make up the set of 8 never ever crossed my mind. I just thought it's never ever gonna happen. No. So unbelievably happy. It's the circle of life. Right, that's the end of that part of the haul. However, last Wednesday at the flea market, as I said, there was some sort of magical dust in the air. Sometimes there's a vibe and it's electric. It's like a sort of a cosmic frequency that's going around. It's like a buzz, proper buzz, but no one really knows why. And it felt to me at the end of the day that, and this is going to sound terrible unless you understand, because it's not terrible, it's fantastic. Sometimes the stuff is scattered everywhere from a lady's collection when she passes away, and it tends to get scattered around the traders because they all sort of buy and sell at 5 o'clock in the morning when they turn up, and some of it ends up in charity shops, and it all ends up on different stalls. But what it does is amazing because it sort of unites a moment. Obviously, the person is everywhere, and she's spread around like gold dust, like fairy dust, sprinkled like glitter around a place. And that's what it felt like last Wednesday. It felt like a lady had passed away. Her house had been obviously, cleared by her family or whatever, and all the house clearers had bought it, divided it, bought it, sold it, and she was sort of everywhere. And I mean, that lady is me, really. I'm going to be that woman at some point. When I die, all this amazing treasure will go back to where I found it, the charity shops and the flea markets and what have you, and it will go into the next woman's collection, and she'll wonder who owned it and what joy it brought and where it went, what it saw. Oh my God, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's so filled with life and fun, and everyone, sort of gets excited about stuff. It's amazing. And I felt very much that a lady's stuff was cast up into the sky like glitter and had sort of floated down around the flea market and the charity shops last week. And I absolutely love her. We've got the same taste. We've got the same collections. But even better than that, she's made my life better, because I've worn glasses all my life, and I've been going through different style phases, and for the last sort of 10 years, maybe more, I've been wearing very thick rimmed, plastic framed glasses. I bought a few in New York, I bought some in Hong Kong, and I've been wearing lately a set that are Japanese designed, and there they are. Can you see? So they're two-toned. There's sort of blue and tan with a Cadillac metal fin at the corners, and I really, really love them. There I am in my Mexican hat. But my eyesight has either gotten better or gotten worse. Maybe one's gotten better and one's gotten worse. It's get better, it's got worse, but I can't see out of them at all. So I'm constantly sort of lifting them up, putting them down, lifting one up, see if I can see. Nope. Looking over them makes me look pompous, but just can't see out of them at all. And I've definitely got to go to the opticians and get some new frames. Also, I've got an absolute ton of contact lenses that are out of date. Is it all right to wear them? Can you wear them? I mean, they're like 5 years out of date, but they're in the dark, in the box, in the cool. I don't know what to do. Anyway, but this woman obviously had style and taste and grace. She was glamorous. She was fancy. I just know where she went on holiday, and I also know how she smelled because I've bought a perfume as well. But I'm going to save that for a vintage perfume haul at another day. But I've got all her glasses. I bought all her frames. I can't believe it. They're amazing. Let me show you. This woman is literally me, or I'm literally this woman. Apart from she's extremely long-sighted. You know, she's got those ones that make your eyes look huge. And I'm extremely short-sighted, which makes your eyes look really, really tiny in your glasses. But, oh my God, I bought her collection of 80s designer glasses. A lot of them she's got as sunglasses. Look at these ones. These are early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Uptown Girl. Yes, you are, my love. These are good. These are very, very good. They're all designer. This is Frank. Is that Olivier? Frank Olivier, Paris. Giovanni. I can't see out my glasses. Let me have a look. Giovanni Favetto. Look at those. These ones. There we are. Finucci. Look at that little Italian gold bling on the corners there. Nice little cat's eye. These ones are Casal. Look at the legs. I think these are very Sophia Loren. These ones and these ones and these ones, Sophia Loren. These are Florence Design Italy. Linea. Let's have a look. I think Florence Design is the brand, but she hasn't got the lenses in these ones. Linea Pitti. They've got a nice little bit of gold action on the leg. Some Jaeger. Nice. Now, right, okay, no, getting interesting now. Let's go to these ones. These are vintage, and the brand is Courage. Anyway, they're French, and they've got a lovely bit of leg. They're nice. These ones now. Are these the Omega ones? Look at that. Hang on, I'm going to stop and go. Can you see? The Omega series by Brulimar. Now, these are fire. I think these are 70s. Look at that leg. And I genuinely think these are Omega collaboration with Brulimar. They're just so stylish. Look, they're sort of like James Bond casino glasses. Beautiful. But the two that I'm the most excited about, which I haven't shown you yet, are the two pairs that I'm going to get my lenses put in because I desperately need glasses, and I've been sort of ogling, pardon the pun, ogling the latest style in thin gold rim specs. Jade Adams has a pair, who has just been on Strictly. She had the really lovely round pair. And I've been kicking myself for a while because I passed it up on a tray load of original 1970s octagon and round gold rim glasses in New York. But 12 years ago, they were like $10 or $20 each. It was not the right moment, but yeah, that was a mistake. Anyway, I'm going for these. I just think these are so chic. I sort of had my mind set on a pair of Bruce Lee, you know, the straight across the top with the teardrop shape, but because my lenses are so thick, it's quite uncomfortable wearing them when they have very large lenses because they're so heavy, which is why I have fallen in love with these with the little sort of geometric edges. Not squircle, but squectangular. I'm calling these squectangular. So, I mean, that doesn't work, but circangular is impossible to say. They've got a lovely bit of leg action as well. Nice little bit of gold detail. there you go. You could strike a match on them and light a cigar. And these are by Phoenix. And finally, speaking of Bruce Lee, ladies and gentlemen, Enter the Dragon. Firstly, you know you're onto something good when they're inside a cork and gold case. That's real cork. I don't know if it's real gold, but look at these. Oh my God. Wait for it. They've only gone and got diamante dragons down the legs. No way! Shut your face! Dragons, you say, with diamantes. I'll take them. How much? It doesn't matter. Oh my God. But you can sort of see her eyesight through the lenses there. What an absolute legend she was. She must have been the most glamorous woman on the cruise ship. Do you know what? Monte Carlo, I think she was not a cruise ship lady. I think she was the full Monty. The full deal. I love you, lady. So these three are my favourite. The Omega ones, the Squectangular ones by Phoenix, and these dragon ones by Calcitine. There you go. Class. Oh, so there we go. I just want to say thank you to the lady who has provided me with all this joy. I can only dream about the amazing life you led and what a wonderful person you were. My God, you had style and taste beyond my wildest dreams. So, yeah, you're a legend. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed buying it and making it. Go out and get your own treasure. Go out and just start truffling it about, see what you can find. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'm entertaining you enough. I can't believe I'm up to 85 subscribers. It's just so exciting. Thank you. So go out and find some treasure for yourself. It's amazing. Take care. Please subscribe if you haven't already, or give me a thumbs up. But in particular, if I've said something that you think, actually, I don't think it is, I think it's this, please let me know, because I don't know anything until I start going down Google wormholes. I mean, some things I can just see because I've got such great taste. I know that they're fabulous. But when it comes to the actual details, you know, like the tally necklace, don't know anything about it, don't know anything about that culture, so please let me know. That's it. Take care. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you all again next Friday, and bye-bye.